So guys, I just so happened to stumble across this department store and they were selling things for $1. And I just so happened to be going on a vacation soon. So let's see what I can make out of these $1 items. Let's go. First, I found these little kulak pants that I felt like had a great pattern for vacation. And I'm going to turn it into this sexy Fashion Nova inspired dress. To get started, you cut down the center of the pants as such. I already cut it, but I'm showing you exactly where I cut. You cut down the entire inside of the leg and the crotch area. Then you're going to flip it over and combine those sides together till you get a double-sided piece of fabric. With those two sides together, you're going to get a skirt that fits you really well, and you're going to use it as your pattern. And you're going to cut along the side and the top of that skirt. And I have mine a little bit longer because that skirt is shorter and I wanted mine to be a little longer. So you're just going to cut along that pattern and sew up the sides of your skirt. Next, you're going to use the extra fabric and you're going to create a rectangle piece for your top. As you can see, I'm cleaning up the sides to make sure I have an even rectangle. You don't want it to be odd, you want it to be very straight. So I'm going to use a ruler to make sure that my lines are very straight. In order to decide how big you want your rectangle to be, just use your regular bust to decide. If you have a larger bust, you want a larger rectangle. If you have a smaller bust, you can get away with a smaller rectangle. Next, we're going to be cutting this into 4 pieces. You're going to fold it in half and cut it down the center of that line to create 2 equal pieces. Then you're going to combine those 2 pieces together and create your second 2 set of pieces from the bottom. If you go back and look at my dress at the beginning, you'll see what I mean. You want your second set of pieces to be smaller than your first set. Your first one is going to be covering your bust. The second one is going to be at the bottom under your bust to create the zigzag design. Next, you're going to lay your pieces out with the inside facing up, and you're going to fold the inside piece about a ½ inch inside on all the pieces. And you're going to stitch along that, creating a panel for your string. What I forgot to say is that when you cut that rectangle from the beginning, you're only going to use the top piece to do the squares. You're going to use that second piece for your back piece, and you're going to sit that on top of your 4 pieces that are already sewn. And here you can see me just even them out because I made my rectangle a little too wide. And again, adjust as you go. So there's no mistakes. Always make it bigger, and then you can always adjust and make it smaller. And that's what you see that I'm doing here. You want to create a space in between your 4 pieces because that's where your string is going to go. So when you combine them together, you see how there's a space between those 2? That's what you're looking for. Once that is all lined up, you're going to stitch along each side of the set rectangles. Next, we're going to add our skirt back, and our skirt has already been sewn down the sides. And you're going to pin that top to the inside of the skirt. Now in the video, it looks like I only pin a little bit, but I go back and pin the entire back to the entire back of the skirt. So I make sure that they are completely even on the top and the bottom. Once that is all pinned, then you're going to stitch that top to the bottom. And again, you'll see the final result that I actually went ahead and stitched the entire back to the entire back of the skirt. On the video, it's only about a couple of inches, but I did do the entire thing at the end. Then you're going to add your string, try it on, and ta-da! There is your Fashion Nova inspired dress made out of kulak pants. Really cute, very simple once you get the hang of it. And I think it's great for vacation. So that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later.